Good evening, this is your psychic LG, better late than never, reporting from the United Kingdom. It is 10:18 PM UK time, heading towards the witching hour. It is Happy Halloween, and we are going to delve deep tonight. Good evening, guys. I've had great trouble getting on here tonight. Is Twitch on? Yes, great. Hiya, Lady Murph, Franco. And hiya, YouTubers. Apologies, I was supposed to be on well over 2 hours ago, but I had technical trouble. And with the great help of my friend Jim from Queensland, we got it sorted. So here I am. Better late than never. Happy Halloween there, guys. How yous all doing? Just wait for people to come on. I'll get comfortable. It is the night of mystery. Mystery and woo-woo. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever yous all are around the world. Tonight we are doing a Halloween special. I'll be on Sunday night as well for World Predictions. But tonight I thought we would look at things from a different perspective. Instead of doing tarot cards and crystal ball, I thought I would remote view the future. Just raw remote view and see what's going on. And I thought we could have a spiritualist church tonight. And hopefully, with the help of my spirit guides, some of you in the audience may get some messages from the spirit world. How are you all doing? Trick or treat. Hiya, Paula. Thank you. Catherine, that's funny. So big thank you to all new subscribers on Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, I mean, where do we start with these crazy times? I should have come on last Sunday. I felt really vulnerable. I had a lot going on, and plus I was scammed. I'll wait for you to come on and I'll tell you what happened. But I've actually got my money back quicker than I thought, actually. You're shelling out candy at the moment. Oh, well, that's amazing. It's all about the fun, isn't it? So last Saturday, I'm always busy on a Saturday, usually with the Brits. Sometimes I'll do people around the world as well, but a lot of people usually come to my house on a Saturday for readings. And I don't usually have time to cook on a Saturday. It's normally my takeaway night. We'll have a treat, me and Adam. And the leaflet had come through the door for Domino's, and I usually go to Papa John's. And I thought, oh, I'll try Domino's. And, oh God, we've got the cat swinging off the kitchen cupboard. Great. Get out of there, because if you, my God, if she starts jumping in my glass cabinet, she'll pull everything out. Nala the plate smasher. Nala. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Oh, I'll just let her climb. Shall I just let her climb? Okay. So this leaflet had come through the door, and I thought, oh, I'll try I'll try Domino's. And because I was so hungry, and normally I've done it before, I do it with the local Chinese, the fine, where I give the card details. My God. So anyway, I gave the card details, and I said, where I'd rang, they said that they didn't deliver anymore, and that they had to put us through to in the village, it was the new Domino's where they were going to deliver. And it sounded like I'd been put through to a call centre somewhere in the Middle East somewhere. And I kept saying to him specifically, what happens with these card details? Oh, we confiscate them, madam. And I just, when you just get a hunch and you just don't believe them. And that's what I felt like. Anyway, I was too tired. Anyway, my pizza came and it was nice. And my garlic bread and everything I got. So I thought, oh, well, maybe, give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was okay. Ate the pizza. That was at 7 o'clock. Come 11 o'clock, I was just chilling in the house. I was watching stuff on YouTube about Trump and everything. And I watched in horror on my iPhone is £1,000 went out the bank. Then another 500 went out. And I was like gobsmacked. I was like, oh my God. So I immediately rang the bank and they froze the card. And obviously the fraud squad had to get involved and they got the money back and that. But apparently it's something to do with franchises. Sometimes they'll have a middleman. So it's not so much the restaurant, the takeaway where you've rang. Sometimes they'll use a third party to book it, and sometimes they intercept into the calls. But that was one in many things what happened just this week gone. I had a phone call saying that my pet insurance hadn't been covered and I had to pay them back. And obviously it was a scam because I put the phone down on them and then I rang up the real pet insurance and they said no, just ignored it was a scam. My poor mother, who's in her 80s, as obviously people won't know that she broke her hip and she came out of hospital and her arm as well, by the way. Feeding the birds in the garden, she fell over and broke her hip and her arm. And she's got a fob thing around her neck, so if she falls, she can press it and they can come running out to her. And the carers have got a fob key to come in and out, which is great. Anyway, to cut a long story short, somebody rang her up and said that she shouldn't have got it free, which it is free, so for so many weeks on the NHS, and she had to pay so many hundreds back. And that was a scam. She put the phone down and that was a scam. I've had clients where they've been getting scammed. Many of my, many clients, many people that I know, and my mother knows, who've been scammed recently in the UK alone. So I think this is what's happening now. Plus, I think there's something going on with the artificial intelligence. And I don't know if any of you have noticed who are online a lot that you have to keep maybe re-entering things or they're asking for more security, that type of thing. So I think that the UK government definitely need to do something to protect the UK citizens, that is for sure. I want you to comment on the link below if it's happening to you in your country, but there's definitely something dodgy going on at the moment. Yeah, so I got a message and an email saying that, my money was put back in, but they didn't say what's happened to the criminals or anything. They just, there you go. But I just think that my understanding is, I fell onto something online, is that when it's coming in from overseas, the UK government apparently, I don't know if this is right, they can't do jack shit because they can't go and arrest somebody who's, say, in Africa or wherever they are. They can't do anything about it. But wouldn't you think this day and age, the way the artificial intelligence is, that they could do something about it? I just think it's all very dodgy. Do you not? You have to comment on the link what you think. But anyway, I got my money back. And I just want to say, guys, be careful. I'm always careful. But I just think we just need to be extra careful at the moment. We really, really do. And it seems like the scammers are on the loose at the moment. And it's old people. I mean, when they're targeting old people, how did they know? Get this one. How did they know that my mother had a fob key thing? How did they know that? Where are they getting that information from? And then it suddenly dawned on us that the UK government sold over our medical history, they sent it to the EU, didn't they? They sent it somewhere else. So maybe it's that. I really don't know. But it is very, very dodgy what's happening at the minute. It's quite creepy. But I mean, there'll be elderly people who would pay that because they would panic. So Crafty One here in YouTube, it says, I'm in Scotland and my card was cloned and used in the Netherlands. It's so clever what these scammers can do now. And I just think we're living in very dodgy times. So, yeah, I was in a bit of a tizzy with myself last Sunday. But I feel okay now. So I thought, right, I'm going to come on. We all need to be together. And we need to do a spiritualist church tonight. Franco's just put something here what's quite awful. You've just got to be careful what you're buying online as well, haven't you? Poppy's just put here, did the NHS just get hacked not so long ago? They did, actually. So Crystal in America, she's put, I got a scam call today. My God. So it's obviously it's happening everywhere. We're just going to have to be careful, aren't we, guys? So for new people coming in, I'm going to ring the bell and I'm going to, my little Chinese balls here, and I'm going to invoke the angels in for you. And for anybody who needs any help, if they're worried about a situation, being a person, an animal, literally anything, persons, literally anything, write the name in the comments section and you will receive the healing that you need. Okay? There's terrible scams in South Africa. I could well imagine. They're everywhere. So it makes you think, and this is why I feel really like I need to be really, really spiritual tonight. Right? I need to just put the tarot cards to the side and we just need to go rowing with spirit, because I think we're living in biblical times. I mean, I don't know if you agree, guys, but there's something definitely off at the moment. The guy sent me his ID license, but IDs can be faked. Exactly. You have to be so careful, Crystal. So careful. And of course it's coming up to Thanksgiving and we're Halloween now, and then we've got the holiday time and we've got Christmas coming, and it's all money and being with family, and I just think that we just need to I was a little concerned. I was reading someone's cards yesterday and it came up about what could happen in the UK alone with power cuts over the Christmas. I got the same feeling as I did before we had the pandemic. You know, like, how they shut the churches down, and I got that feeling again. You know, are the Satanists on the rise? Are they trying to stop everything again? There's something off, and I'm going to have to look into this tonight. Franco, I found no frozen fish in Morrison's and Lidl in Iceland. Yeah, I know that. I was in Morrison's the other day, and it said that the aisles were empty with the fish in the freezer aisles and that. Very strange, that. Anyway, let's start. Let's get a cup of tea before I start. Okay, dokie. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A to I, and Ra. Any star beings that like to come forth tonight to give us any information, true information. Any angels from the angel realm, fairy elementals, animal kingdom, spirit world, to give our true answers and our messages from our loved ones. With love and light, love and light, love and light. Amen. Here we go. We all need healing and protection at the moment, don't we? My guides have been saying this for a long time now. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. Oh my God, Queen Wanda. Dear Louise, I got fired today on Halloween. Can you imagine that? That's unbelievable, that. God bless you. We've been so tested, Wanda. God love you. Something better's coming in for you, Wanda, very, very soon. Sometimes I believe that, I wouldn't say the dark is the dark working with the light, but there's something happening in these outer realms, which is, I think there's a battle, definitely a battle going on. But I think that sometimes they allow the dark things to happen, sometimes to stop us being where we need to be. There's definitely something going on with the manipulation of time as well, linear time. I've just passed my 3-year anniversary of being on Twitch. Now that's amazing, isn't it? So there's definitely something going on, and we're being majorly tested. And I've been saying this for a while. If these dark beings can't get to it, they get to it through our loved ones, our friendships, our money situation, health situations. It's not always that. Sometimes we've got to also take responsibility, because we're living in a money materialistic world, but we also are living in a meat suit which we have to protect and we have to take care of. So we've got to have our responsibility. But I also think that we're living in very trying times on earth at the moment. I really, really do. Time goes by so fast, Nana. Nana Rosebud's just put out here, I can't believe that I'm as old as I am. I think you're as old as you feel. Yeah? And I think that we also need to keep telling ourselves that we are going to be okay. Even though I'm sitting here, I'm smiling to myself because I've got a dear friend. She's lovely. She's called her Pama. And she's just said to us, remember, everything's going to be okay. You are well protected. Okay? And, so we all have our dear friends to remind us, because we're all working together in a collective. As a collective, we're all here to help each other. And even I appreciate them messages when I'm having trying times. Like, I've had a terrible day today. You know what I mean? It's just been one thing after another. And in the end, I was stuck at the computer, and my head was going boom, boom, boom. And to top it all, everything went tits up tonight with the computer, and I had to get it all debugged and everything. But I had to say to Adam, let's go out for our tea. So we went to the local pub, and it was nice. I said, because if I stand and cook, I'll blow the kitchen up. So he was pleased. He got his steak, And we just went to the local pub, and it was just nice just to sit there. Because I just needed to get out and get a breather, And I think that we get so caught up in everything what's happening, and sometimes it can overtake things. Is my volume very low there, Dee? Give us a 5-5 if people can hear us. Yes, can all hear us? I've had it all debugged and everything. And my lovely friend John, he came knocking at the door the other night. You would laugh your head off. It shows how paranoid we're getting these. Because hasn't the streets gone creepy? Hasn't the streets gone creepy since the COVID and everything? Beforehand, people would just be tootling back from the club at 2 o'clock in the morning. I used to go and take my dogs out on the park at 2 o'clock in the morning if I'd been out. And I was always relaxed. Now it's all creepy. You just want to be in the doors and locking the doors, and it's not right. The streets are like dead and eerie. It's just really creepy now, isn't it? What was I going to say? I do this all the time. It is eerie, isn't it? I'll come back to that. It's hormones, guys. I'm well in the menopause with all the drugs they've been giving us, to knock us into the menopause with the BC I had. So I've been taking all this immunotherapy to knock us into the menopause, and I keep forgetting stuff. It's not good, but never mind. At least I'm grateful that I'm alive and it's gone. What was I saying? I was going to say something, and I hate that when that happens. I'm just the girl what talks to the wall. So Christine Proud here, hello there, media, has noticed that there is no stars in the sky. Yeah, but this seems to be somewhat look very artificial, I don't know if they're satellites or they are stagnant UFOs. Gigi often gets hot flashes for 9 years now. I mean, is it an age thing? But then again, I've got the younger generation that I know, and they feel the same as well, that it's creepy outside. I mean, nothing used to scare me when I was younger. Literally nothing. But the energy is definitely off at the moment. Definitely wonder. And the street lights that make the streets creepy. I often thought that, Jeanette, because obviously they replaced a lot of the street lights over here in the UK. And they're not nice. They're not like the normal glow. They're dimmer, but they're just weird. And I think that personally that they're watching me through the lampposts. So I don't know if you have the same lampposts in the US or anywhere else, but they're definitely eerie over here. So to change the light bulbs on them, they don't climb up and do them now. They do them from the bottom with some sort of fob key, and then they drop them. And that's how they change the light bulbs, and then they put them back up again. There was somebody that I knew, and I'm not going to say names, right, what literally goes around taking them out. Or putting masking tape over them, because we do believe that we're being watched through them. And sure enough, the next day, a couple of men turned up in a van. They looked very strange as well, with their boiler suits on. And then they come and put the lamppost down, and then put the light bulb in and take the masking tape off and put it back up again. Now, how did they know so soon? Because people around where we live don't snitch and they don't see anything. So I just thought that's a bit odd. Had they seen it through a camera? Health issues also through the lamppost, yes. And then it makes you wonder what the animals are feeling, doesn't it? So I think that there's something definitely going on. It's amazing the strange stuff I get late at night. I've lost that thing that I was going to tell you. It may come back later. Sometimes I could be sitting late at night and I'll just get these weird woo-woo downloads. And I think tonight it's just like a rawness we're going to do. I'm just the girl what talks to the wall, and it's Halloween. So come on into my kitchen and my back kitchen and let's have a cup of tea. We are living in such trying times, and we are being so tested. And I think it's about we're all keeping together and just doing the best we can. Oh yeah, that was it. I was talking to a girl and we feel that we need to go and prep again. Because if you've got anybody like an Adam in your house, what just eats through everything when you buy stuff in from the supermarket, so you have to keep filling the bloody cupboards back up again or hiding stuff in cupboards. So I need to do some more prepping. But when you are buying the foods now from the supermarkets, the sell-by dates aren't as long as they used to be. And I feel very strongly that if anything's going to happen, especially over here in the UK, when it gets dark and it's going to get very cold, parts of Europe's going to get very cold. I think if anything's going to happen with power cuts, I think it'll be over the winter time. Definitely. See, I like Not Today Satan in the audience on YouTube. It says the energy is so strange at the minute. It certainly is. It definitely is. And I feel how we are healing our wounds, we are also healing our ancestors' wounds. Like your grandma or your great grandma who's over there in spirit. But I feel the animals are feeling it too. I've been singing to my cat, both my cats, I've been singing to them, and I think they like it. Not that I'm a great singer, but I just to keep them upbeat. I have to. But the energies are so tense at the moment with everything what's happening from the US election to wars, what's happening, everything, nasty stuff, what's happening around the world. And it got us thinking the other night, you know, there's like this kid's getting blown up in the Middle East. And everyone's so obsessed about who's going to get into the US election. And I can get yous. I can totally get yous, you know, because it's horrible. Because you want to know if you're going to be all right into the future. And yous will be all right. But that was it. I was telling one of my lovely good clients, I don't know if my viewers are ready for the downloads that I get sometimes. These crazy downloads late at night. The last thing I like to do is hurt people. And I think it's very important that we have to take responsibility when we're passing on messages as well. But all I know is that there's something very off at the moment. And I think what a lot of humanity has done is they've put a lot of people on pedestals when I don't think they should be on pedestals. Especially people in parliament and governments and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me going what's going on in that bloody House of Parliament. You know? Because we had the budget just yesterday. I mean, that was a joke. You know? I just think that, I mean, yeah, they're going to put some money into the NHS, which is good. But it's the same playbook. They're all the same. Whatever side you vote, they're all the same. It's just, they're all up to whatever they're up to. House of Puppets, exactly. But I get really strong that this election, I promised I wasn't going to touch upon it tonight, but I've got to touch upon it a little bit. And I've given off my prediction, so I'm not going to go over all ground. Right. I mean, I've been death threatened and everything. It's been horrendous. And it's, you know, it's only, you know, I'm giving a prediction. A prediction, for God's sake. But I just think that whatever takes place next week, is it next week? The 5th? I think that the shit is about to hit the fan. Sorry. I really, really do. I don't think it's going to go down good. But I think it has to happen next Tuesday. Remember the 5th of November. And I just think that what do we do? You either get caught up in this matrix of this divide, or just stop and take a step back and look at it from a different angle. But it's going to happen on Guy Fawkes, which is very unusual. You know, so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think that you'll get your answer straight away. But I'm going to do some remote viewing a bit on it tonight. I do feel something big is being planned, Marina. Yes, I really do. I've got Paul's heart on tonight. It's my brother who passed away. So when anybody passes away, you can go and see them in the Chapel of Rest. And it's a lovely thing that they do. And they give you the heart, and then they pop the silver heart out, and I put it in his hand. So he's gone off to the spirit world with my heart in his hand, and I've got that bit. But he's got another heart in his other hand as well, because my mother wanted it, so I had to go through it all again and open his other hand. I'm seeing his little hand. He didn't have little hands. He had hands like bloody shovels. He was huge, but never mind. So I thought, no, I'm going to put Paul's heart on tonight. I just felt I needed to. So I think that there's definitely something going on with a dual sort of reality at the moment. And what I will say, what I am damn sure about, whoever wins this election will not bring peace. I said that a few months back, didn't I? The peace won't come, I don't think, for a while. I think you're looking into 2028. But there's a transition happening. There's a definite transition. And I'm just going to go for it, right? Like I say, this is my prediction. But what I'm feeling tonight, I'll say it one more time, and this is the last time I'm going to say it. She's going to get in. She's going to walk it. She's going to get in. But it will appear that there's a red wave, all right? And then all of a sudden, there'll be a blue tsunami. That's what I predict. But Trump will claim he's won before the announcements, right? But Kamala will win. And I believe there'll be a split here. And I think there's a plan. There's a plan going on at the moment between him and Musk. They're up to something. That they've got some sort of plan, and it's got something to do with Twitter. I'm going to shut my eyes in a minute and I'm going to look into it. It's something to do with Twitter, that when they are going to announce something or say something, so it goes with a plan so it looks like genuine. But something is not quite right. I smell a fish. I smell, and it's around Elon Musk. I feel that she's the transition to take women forward. And just recently we've had the budget, as you know, and we've had the first female Chancellor of the Exchequer, which is Rachel, I can't think of her surname. So there's a feminine energy coming in. This is what's happening. They're manoeuvring in like a feminine energy in. But she's a transition to take the US to a different level. If you're asking if she's going to be the perfect, no, he said Prime Minister, President, I don't feel so, no. But I feel she's the transition. Because I feel if he gets in, it's not so much Trump, it's the people. He's got a new team, remember, a new team who want this agenda, whatever it is. Well, he keeps saying that he's not part of, but he will know about it. Which I don't think he's. It's the other ones, the far rights behind him, who'll be pushing this, right? Project 25. So I'm going to remote view tonight to see if that's going to take place, just to double check. I don't feel it is. If he does get in, because you've got to understand, we're dealing with very dodgy times. If he does get in, he won't be in long. And I just think this goes beyond even being psychic. It's not even about being psychic. Remember, there's certain things in your life that's fated, and there's certain things that aren't fated. And I'm speaking out for all psychics on the internet. I actually do believe it's an odds thing. Either he's going to win or she's going to win or not. It's simple as one or the other. It's an odds thing. Some things are fated and some things aren't. But what's more important is that we don't go into World War III, and that we save this planet and stop blowing up try and stop these lunatics blowing up countries where there's kiddies involved and innocent people. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that I have a feeling she's going to get in, and I'm still sticking with it. And I've kept my promise up to now. I know I wasn't on last week because I wasn't feeling right. And obviously, sometimes you've got to put your health first, you know what I mean, and your well-being. But it's going to get very interesting. So I'm going to shut my eyes. I feel there's a load of people. I can see them standing there. So we've got Heaven's Gate. Jed's got them. So we're gonna have a bit of a spiritualist church as well, and we're gonna bring some people in for you. But Jed's keeping a hold of them. We'll do all the personal stuff afterwards. I want to go straight into this. I need to hold something. Right. Welcome everybody. Just going to go with it, guys. I'm going to go with it. And this is just pure, raw, remote viewing. Take what you can from this. Take it with a pinch of salt. May peace be with you all. I see a lady. She's coming in from the spirit world. She's so pretty. She looks like she's in her 30s. She's got this lovely sandy blonde hair. It's wavy to there. And looks like she's wearing like a 1960s dress, you know. And she's got 2 children with her. It's a message for somebody in this audience tonight. I don't know if this was somebody's mum who passed and she had 2 little girls. Maybe the 2 little girls are in the audience now. Something about a house fire as well, or... And I'm getting the name Gloria. Gloria? I don't know, I'm not saying that's her name, but Diane. I'm also getting the name Diane. There's a smoke, I'm smelling smoke. She says what's coming for Earth is far bigger than politics. My God. Can you see I was okay, guys? Tell us more. What do you mean by that? What's your name? Diane. She's given us the name Debbie as well. Great trickery is to take place across the planet. Great trickery to take place in the US election. Things aren't what they seem. It's about drawing back, protecting our own energy fields, not to get drawn into the loosh. Because there's all this squabbling and fighting's going on to do with this US election. It's a distraction for a bigger thing, what's happening. They are manoeuvring in the new financial system now. They're manoeuvring it in. And crypto is about to go through the roof. I've just been given that. I'm not an expert. It's just this download I'm getting. The new crystal grid's been brought in. I'm just going to ask her here. What's happening about... Will we get alien disclosure? She's Irish. She's Irish. I can get like this Irish. There's an Irish twang. God, she's saying, God, yes, yes. It's coming. It's here. It's here now. They are entering into underground bases. They're manoeuvring in. They don't want him in. He's all about fossil fuel. They're trying to clean up the planet. They want to clean up the planet. The new technology, what's going to be brought in. She's showing us black smoke in the sky, lots of black smoke. Something, an event to do with the sky, and she's shown us New York subway, the station. I feel January's it's coming through very strong. January. There's something to do with the world event. I'm actually very drawn to the 3rd of January. Interesting enough, that's when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, was the 3rd of January. But she's saying there's going to be a global event around about that time. When is the inauguration? When does that take place? Can anybody tell us? New financial system. She's pointed to underground and lots of fast moving trains. It's always been there, they've just held it back from her. Some people will go into exile. Some people, to avoid being arrested. January the 20th, right? Well, something's happening just after Christmas. Just after the New Year, something's happening. 2025 will bring exile to somebody. Exile. Remember that. And it'll also bring in something about a well-known person, like a state funeral or something like that. Okay. So the free energy they're going to bring in. But to do this, they use an excuse of an event so that they have saved the day type of thing. It's all staged. The whole thing's staged. It's staged. It's weird. So this situation when you've got Musk backing Trump, okay, it's like, and they appear that they don't like it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all bloody friends behind the scenes. Do you know what I mean? It's or certain people, it's like they know what they're doing. Okay. What is their agenda? To control the masses and to reduce the masses. To bring in the new technology. This is their agenda. They've got a problem on their hands because they know that a lot of humanity are so awakened they won't go along with their plan anymore, especially since the last situation. But the situation what's coming, what's going to restrict humanity is far bigger than what we had with COVID. It's far bigger. And it's going to be on a global network because it's not just happening here in the UK or the US. It's happening all over because this global network is going to be all connected. So understand, we've got the world as we know it, where everyone's operating from country to country, but there's a world we don't know what's happening underneath, where they're connecting in an underground grid sort of network. And to bring this out into the open, the underground network is far more advanced than it is on top of Earth, what we have. I'm scrying, I'm actually seeing something in this piece of crystal. We could, it's not a definite, but we will face something big as humanity into 2025. But it's saying we could, depending on situations, we could have alien disclosure. If not 2025, definitely by 2026. It should have happened by now. There's been a few switches of timelines. So they're going to control where to bring it all in like a herd. Does that make sense? And it's far worse than what I've got to be careful how I quote this, right? So in the past, and this is no getting at anybody who's had the jibbity-doo, all right? Because nearly all my family did. I didn't, but I was surrounded by people who did. But you know how people felt divided and people were getting got at for the ones who were jabbed and weren't jabbed. This is far worse than that. This is on another level. What I'm feeling and what I'm seeing, what I'm predicting. I want to say that it's the mark of the beast. God forbid. And it's like it's been forced upon us through a situation. And then the ones who are taking it, they're saying, well, it's okay. I'm talking in riddles here because it's what I'm picking up. But it's okay. Because we have to protect ourselves from the invasion. Maybe, I don't know if it's from Russia or China or something that they're making up. It's okay. You have to do it, you know. It's the transition. So, you know, I don't know what the actual terms are, because I'm not very good with my vocabulary, but the terms are when you're going from AD, before Christ and all of that. We're past that point again. We're coming into the next level of human civilization. And we are writing the new Bible. And the animals are feeling it. The animals are ascending. When we are ascending, we are healing our grandparents' roots. There's a new digital ID coming in. Everything's going to go digital. Let me know it in now. There's a shift of the ages, yeah. It's like, I'm getting like sort of like that movie, The Island. Welcome to the island. You know, where everybody's being controlled in the underground. All the synths, all the clones. Real people, but they were cloned for implants for the rich, which were living above. And they were like kept under the ground. Imagine that reversed. Just think about it. If anybody hasn't seen the film The Island, it's got Ewan McGregor in. It's an oldish film. It's really good. Scarlett Johansson, maybe, I think she's called. It's a really good film. You need to check it out. But so in the film, they've got the ones who are trapped. They've got them in the ground, and everything's going on with humanity on Earth, above the ground, like where we live. But I'm seeing it the other way round. In reality, what I'm seeing, that we're on the ground and it's all going on inside of the ground. You know, everything's upside down, like the upside down world. We're coming into Zeta time. This is just coming. Zeta time. Linear clocks are spinning. They know that we are very vulnerable. So if you have been feeling very vulnerable recently, in extra sensitive, it's like your soul knows you're going to another. Graham's going to get a pint of lager. I don't blame you. It's like you're going to go into another. We're going into a tipping point of another reality. The 22nd and the 29th will go down in history. Okay. I want to say that Elon Musk's not who you think he is. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but that's what my guides are saying. They're up to something. Something digital that they're doing. So when you are in high places and you make so much money, you get to find out all the ins and the outs. I think that Daisy Chains has just asked something very interesting here in the audience on Twitch. Is that for only certain people, Louise, based on their timeline? I believe so, yeah. I believe so. Everyone will be different. Nobody's the same. Nobody's the same. Okay. Definitely going into another timelines here. But they've got the technology. And they know what's coming. And he's got something. Him and Trump have some sort of a technology that they're going to try and use in the election, but it's going to backfire on them. And they're going to get caught out. But I think that Trump and Musk have actually been an item before in a past life. And if he doesn't get in, Trump, I think him and Musk are going to try something and try and split the US and try and do something. I don't know if there's going to be two elections, but there could be like sort of two Americas. You know what I mean? There's something. It won't just end when the election ends next week. It's if he doesn't get in, they're going to do something. They're going to try, and I can see Musk standing there like making this sort of like evidence thing. They're putting it together and like a video, but this is what happened. And I'm not saying it hasn't happened, because it has happened, but it's like they're accessing the manipulating time with a technology, or they're not putting something out in real time or something. They're manipulating something. Just remember that. And it's got something to do with technology. But it's possible that America could become split. She was chosen. She's been chosen. Angels have chosen her. Now, I know there'll be people in the audience who say, well, that's not right. Why would angels choose KAMALA? Well, that's what I'm getting. And I know there's probably a lot of people out there, you know, who are like deep into the church to do with Trump and that. But I don't follow the crowd. I don't follow the clique. I trust my guides more than I'll trust anybody who is in a cult. I'll tell you the way it is, okay? I've been in this field a long, long time, right? And I am now at the point where I will not keep my mouth shut. I am telling you now, there's going to be funny business. They're up to something. They've been meeting and they're planning something. They're planning something. He won't go away. If he doesn't get in, he's not going to go away. All right? But she is the transition. She's been chosen. I don't know what her Akashic records are or what her past is, but this is what my guides are showing us here. She's actually been an African queen before in a past life. Okay, so you've got a situation where you've got people who don't like her, and they're saying, "Oh well, we're proper fucked if she doesn't get back, if she gets in." But the thing is, you never know, because you can't have two timelines. It's never been done before where you can have two timelines running at the same time. But I'm going to forewarn you now that literally anything is possible where we could experience two timelines. Something could happen, something woo-woo, but it might come over looking like, you know, Trump's just having a paddy and a tantrum with Elon Musk, and they'll go and create their own thing going on in Texas. I really don't know. Anything's possible. Literally anything. But you can't really say that it's all going to go tits up in wrong if she gets in, because you can't say that, because if he gets in, you've got to look at the facts here, right? If he gets in, you seem to forget you've got all these far right people standing behind him who want to bring in Agenda 25. Do you know what that's going to do for humanity? Agenda 25. Will it happen? Actually, I've got her back in again. I hear Kamala's words. I don't know what year it is. This is what she's saying. I feel like I need to dim the lights. Let's dim the lights because it's Halloween. Give us 2 minutes. The cats have gone very quiet. I think Nala's sitting in my glass cupboard, ready to smash all of them. Right, give us 2 minutes. So we don't go down. Can you hear us all right? So going back to Trump, this is out of Trump's hands to do with Agenda 25. He has not had he's not invented it or played a part of it. But he's got a different team, and a team what isn't very nice, what's backing him in the background. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Never in human history will we face anything like this again. We must learn to come together. I feel like crying here. Sorry. It's raining hard. We must learn to come together where there is no racism. And we all creeds love each other for what we have faced today. What we have faced today is a triumph for mankind. Contact with our galactic brothers and sisters. This day will go down in history, where we as the human race met the others. I encourage you all to stand with faith. We are now in the new world. This will open avenue doorways for humanity. And mankind will live on. What year are we? After a war. The new technology that will come to Earth. I see a spinning square disc. It's like light. It's like a square light. Some would say it's like a UFO. And they are hanging over lakes, projecting an energy into the lakes, into the water system. It's free energy. Everybody's using everybody. And then going back to the agenda with Musk, Musk's using Trump, Trump's using Musk. I have a feeling that he'll backstab him in the end, and I have a feeling that Musk's going to lose a lot of money. Not that he can't afford it, like, you know what I mean, but this is what I'm being given. I still stick to what I say. Musk's here to do something to do with this new the space travel. Space travel is something that he's going to be doing for mankind on Earth. I think they've been friends for a long time. I think they're a lot closer than what you know. I think that Musk's got daddy issues. And I think Trump sort of filled that spot a bit. Brought out a bit of the rebel in Musk or whatever. I really don't know. But give him a sense of something that he didn't have before. Will there be civil war? Yes, and it will be short. It will be short. So are we going to face a World War III? There will be many. The new technology will be brought in. It is not a nuclear. It is an energy. It is an energy of a weaponry. We need to have shungite. We need to have shungite roofs. Never mind. Shungite stops this energy. It's a frequency wave. People will barter with salt and foods. It's the restrictive law isn't just on one side. It's not just on the left. If you go too far left, it's also on the right. If you go too far right, it's the same penny, two different sides. It's on the same sides. To get the balance, there will be a breaking down of communication. It's inevitable. It has to happen. I see a break in the road. I definitely see a break in the road. They can't tell her what to do anymore. But there will be great civil unrest. There will be a lot of civil unrest to come in the United States of America. after the event, there will be a great event, and it's a sky event. They will say it's war. Lots of navy ships. It's the old system fallen to bring in the new system. But what we do not need, and there will be a rise of humanity where we will stand our ground. You do not have to go into the crystal grid. You can stand and be on your own and be sovereign on your own. This is the message I'm being given for humanity. Is the Antichrist here already? Oh, yes. There is many Antichrists, not just the one. Love is the strongest energy across the galaxy, not just here on Earth. Heaven is so close to Earth because the veil is so thin. We are becoming more porous as well because we are frequency and energy. So we must try and use our heart space and stay in our heart space. See everything from both different sides. Don't get caught up in the pull. This is what I think I'm getting Jed coming through here. It's 2 minutes. Just step back. Big changes. So when this young woman who's in spirit, when she was on the earth plane with her children, it would have been the 50s maybe. There wasn't so much manipulative stuff going on with the food chain then as it is now. The food chain's going to be affected as we're coming into New Earth. It's new technology they're going to use. Even down to if you're going into the supermarket, it's a different technology they're using when you're going through the payout section through the till. It's weird. People are paying with their hands. I'm seeing it. I'm going all creepy. They're walking up to the till and they're just swiping their hands as they're going through. Oh my God. Musk's for that. I believe that our Prime Minister definitely sold it out to Europe. Mind you, a lot of the damage was done before they got in anyway, but you just put the cherry on the top of the cake, basically. So when these new laws come into place, the EU is going to, the WEF or whatever, is going to have a lot of say over the Brits. But the Brits will rise. The Brits will rise. Never mind what the Scotsman will do, or the Irishman. I mean, you never fuck a Scotsman off because you'll never forget about it. Do you know what I mean? I'm telling you, there's going to be an uproar in this kingdom. No later than 2027. And it sounds a long way off, but it's not really. So how do we overcome this? We do not move into the new year with fear. We prep for our families and we stay in our heart space because we are multi-dimensional beings, do not feed into the anger, do not feed into the hate. I just thought I would say this, and it's very important that I'm putting this out before the election, the US election, because I think you don't need to be caught up in that frequency war. Don't let it affect you. No matter what you think and what you feel, your world is not going to end. If you believe it's going to end, you're going to create, because we're frequency and energy, you will create shit. So I want you to come off this, when I come off this thing tonight, this show. You are in control. No matter what they're saying on the news, or what they're telling you who's going to be in power. Like, oh, we're fucked if this happens. No, you're not. Because you believe you are. Because you've been told. You're looking at the outside of who's ruling us, who's in power, right? You are in control. You're the one who's going to take back your power. And the more we stand with that, and the more we stand in that heart space, realizing that we are in control, not that we were doing anything, but just doing the inner work, it's going to ricochet across the lands. It's going to change. We'll either stay in the victim or we don't feed into this fear what's coming. Because I'm forewarning you now, it's going to get more heavy. And it's got nothing to do with the US election. That's going to be a corker. It's going to be dramatic. But what's to come after that is going to be more testing. It's more testing. Let me get a drink of tea. Energy controls matter. Exactly, Daisy. But somebody's mom, like a mother, like a mom, she's coming in here and she just wants to give that big hug. And I get the name Margaret. Now I don't know if it's for Margaret in the audience or it's for Margaret's mum in the it's or somebody who was called Margaret. And I've got the name Mary as well. I've got a young man here. You all right, my darling? Yeah, I'm getting the name John. John. Somebody's shouting in the name John. Everything's going to be okay. So Desiree's mum was Mary. And I'm getting the name Jane as well. Jane. We will get that 1950s back again. I'm getting, remember the Happy Days? Remember that? I used to love watching that. Who used to like watching that? That's coming again. After a fall. After a great fall. And the girls had all the lovely pretty skirts and the Fonzie and all of that, yeah, all the dancing. I can see all that again. Milkshake bars, happy times to come. I love the Fonz, me. It was great, wasn't it? And Joni. I didn't realise Joni's passed away, who played Joni. She passed away. Did anybody know that? She had a drugs problem. I didn't even know that. But I love the Happy Days. And there were happy days. And we need to get that back again. Everything became so dark and horrible and Charlie Chaplin here with his great speech. And I've got my Uncle Matty here. My Uncle Matty in Disney. Disney and Chaplin were good friends. They were the boys about town in New York. They were, I can't even say they were the Chavas. They were the, not Chavas. They were the lads. Yeah. They smart dappers, you know, they came from nothing. He's not happy with what they've done to Disney. In his name. It's going to change. He's showing us it falling and changing and going in with something else. Charlie Chaplin said that man would become too greedy. He said that in his famous speech. I'm going to get his speech up. Two minutes, give me 2 minutes. Just see them. And of course my Uncle Matty was around at that time as well. He died in Flanders Fields in the First World War. Now wait a minute. Charlie Chaplin, I think he was the one with the ladies, you know, Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin's famous speech. We do not need it to say, I just want it in transcript. Okay. I am sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black, man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to be hate and despise one another. In this world there is room for everyone. Listen to this. And the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls. It has barricaded the world with hate. Has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed. We have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. This is where we're heading. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. Don't forget the telephone as well. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passion of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as a cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love and humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. Oh my God, it goes on and on and on. What a man. He was foreseeing these times now. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with natural barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite. I love Charlie Chaplin. Do you remember Russ and, was it Abbott and Costello as well? They were another ones, weren't they? Laurel and Hardy. We have to find our hearts again. We have to find there's a kindness through this horrible heaviness. What's happening? We're becoming back spiritual again. So whatever takes place, and I know I said this last year, but I believe it's this year it's happening. Whatever takes place this Christmas may bring us to our knees, but it will be the most spiritual time, because Christmas got lost. Christmas got lost with the greed and the money, and it was all about who could have the best presents. And we are now coming into a new era, but everything's about being spiritual. Everything is about being spiritual. We are the ones who will save this planet. There'll always be somebody there who's trying to blow up the planet or control. But you've got to understand how it's hitting a peak at the moment. It's hitting a peak for a reason. It's hitting a peak to show where after the negative, only positive can come. Only positive can come. I'm seeing a blonde-haired woman, and she's standing next to Walt Disney. I don't know if he had a partner what looked like that, but I tell you who she reminds us of. It's not. Oh my God. This is so weird what I'm getting tonight. It's Valiant, Thor, and the woman with the blonde hair. Now, if anybody doesn't know what I'm going on about, Valiant Thor is Stranger in the Pentagon. It's, the man from Venus. You can check it out. I'm seeing Valiant. Great change to come. Great change is coming for mankind. We patrol your planet. We patrol with peace. There will be balance that will be brought back to this planet after great change. We cannot manipulate, we can only help and guide. Sometimes change can be uncomfortable. A more sustainable planet is ahead. The man that you worship as Donald Trump is not who you think he is. He is old and tired. She is not perfect, but she is the one who will take the seat in the White House. The cubes will come to Earth first. The cubes of technology. They look like cubes, that's why I am calling them cubes. This technology will help to save your planet and give you all free energy. We have great revelations for you all. Please be strong and keep faith. You have to not feed into the negative. What is the cubes? A great technology that is going to free humanity from slavery. They hold a technology that will give you free light, free heat. A sustainable technology. It generates from the sun, takes it into the ground, and regenerates it round. Free technology. You should have had this many years ago, but your rulers that you have on pedestals stop this. We will bring this to you very soon. Watch for the cubes that are coming. Keep your faith. Keep strong. Into the future, when everything is revealed, you will still want. There will still be holy days for many of you. That is part of being human. We cannot change that. But we will have universal days and great teachings of how this all came about. Remember, being human is a choice. And you cannot be forced into any way of thinking. Because to be forced into one way of thinking is taking away your right. That is the beautiful thing about being a human. And we respect that. We just have great technology to bring forth for you. To save your planet. And to give you the free energy that you truly, truly deserve. Also a cleaner planet and cleaner food chain, because your food has been poisoning you. Some of you may see these cubes in the sky. There is many of them. We have them on ships to bring in. We have them already here, and some of them are in your waters. They're in your lakes, in your seas. We are here to bring in the cubes. Do not be afraid. It is a clean energy. Are angels connected with outer beings, star beings? No. We are just like you, but we are born on a different rock, on a different planet. The angels are from heaven. We all come from God's creation. Some of us may worship us as our star being friends, as we are to you, as we are gods, but we are not gods. We are not angels. We are not gods. We are just like you. We have just been born in a different form, different out there in the galaxy. Do you honestly think that you are the only ones in this vast space of time? That is insane. We are just you. Some of us look like you, man, woman, child, but we are all the same. You're all being taught a great lesson. Kamala Harris is the transition for exposure. She is the transition for other worlds to come. Some of you may not take this in. That is fine. There is a transition. Watch this. It's not just going on in the United States of America. This is going on all over the world. Great change to take place. Canada will be next. The greatest change for feminine energy. They are using the feminine energy to eradicate the darkness. Will be China. And this woman will be an emperor from long ago, and her voice will echo across the China mountains. Little woman, big voice, big voice. We are all back. You are all back to do your bit. My message today, my friends, don't look outside the box, look within. Everything is within. Do not be afraid of technology, for the technology that is planned for humanity to come in will not hurt you, it will benefit you before they trick you. The mark of the beast, it will not be labelled as the mark of the beast. Say no. You will have the choice. Thank you, Valient. Are you actually on a starship now? Or are you like circulating around Earth? Yes. Not far from Africa. Off the coast of Africa. We work with special transmissions with the cubes. We are setting them into place. We also are doing other operations. There's many operations that we are doing. So are the angels that I invoke every week on this channel, do they actually walk on Earth? Oh yes. The angels are here now. So are demons. So remember that the veil is thin. So be careful what you say. Like the old saying, see no evil Speak no evil. You have to be careful. You can manifest what you want. But they are busy working on earth. They are working through people. And some of you may experience angelic experiences and meetings with these angelic beings. Is there such thing going on with cross timelines at the moment? Yes. Yes, we are having great time. Great timeline changes. Part of ascension, spiritual ascension, is that you experience lost time. Not feeling tired when you should be feeling tired. You have to go with what you have to feel. You have to experience this to understand. Once you come out of linear time, there is no turning back. It has to be done gently, but there's many of you on earth, the younger generation, are doing this too quickly, and it is experiencing out-of-body experiences that is not healthy for the spirit, the mind and the soul and the body. Yes, it may be good for cleansing the body, ayahuasca and mushrooms, but also can catapult and damage the energy field. Do it very carefully. Be very careful. Okay. But these are ancient practices, is that right, Valient? Yes. There is great herbs on your planet, and many that we will bring to you. It is about diet. Everything that humanity is suffering with illnesses, is all down to your diet and your water system. But we have this under control, and we'll be cleaning that up first. Thank you. Watch for the angels. Watch for them coming in. There is many angels. There is zillions and trillions of angels. Heaven's angels are so close. I've got Gabriel here. He's smiling. He's bringing through a baby boy what's just recently passed. And this is for a message for somebody out there in the audience. I'm bringing through a child, a beautiful baby boy. He's got blonde hair. And I see he's got a little boy, and he's another little boy with dark hair as well. And I see a little girl, she's got no hair. I don't know if she's just recently passed with a cancerous condition. She's adorable. And she's coming through, and she just wants to put a message out to her mummy and daddy that she's okay. I'm getting the name Francesca. I don't know if this is the child's name or there's a connection, but I just feel this love coming in there. I've got Angel Uriel and Ariel bringing through all the animals, because the animals do go to the light as well. They do go into the spirit world. And I've got that young man back again. He's trying to reach out to his mum in the audience, and he passed in an accident. I'm okay, Mom. I'm okay. I feel he's American. I'm okay, Mom. I'm okay. And he's trying to reach out there and say, I'm fine. Mom, it's amazing. It's amazing. There's life after life. What you doing? I can see that little girl, and she's dancing. She's dancing. She liked her music. Tell Daddy that I love him. Mummy and Daddy. I'm dancing now. I'm happy. You dance, angel. All the time I've been a medium, nothing gets to me more than kids and animals. She's happy now. She's dancing. You're right, baby. She was sending love out to her brother on the earth plane. That's good. She's got like a little dog with her in spirit, and I don't know if it was a dog, because they make friends, you know, the children. The children go to the highest place in the heavens. They really do. And you've got all the archangels and they're protecting the nurseries. But they play with the animals over there as well if they want to. But this looks like a golden Labrador type of like dog. You know what I mean? And she's playing with the dog. Okay. All this love, what's coming in. I've got a man here, and he's like a cowboy type of guy. He's got his guitar. So I would see that he was sort of, oh God, yeah, somebody's dad. Pop, he's in on Pop and Pop. And I feel he was sort of like alive, you know, when like Elvis was like alive. He's like, I don't know if he was like a country and western singer type of energy. He's coming in really strong. I want to say, tell Lisa that I love you. I love you. I love you, doll. I think that you never ever get over losing your loved ones. When we heal and we work with our heart space, this is going to heal the world, but it's also going to heal our ancestors. I'm still sticking with that. How do we navigate through the storm and not get triggered? That is a good one, and that's for another night, because I'm getting tired now, guys. But me being a typical Scorpio, I get very triggered. I get extremely triggered, more so than ever. You know, we're not perfect mediums, far from it. But I would say use your crystals, you know. Take a step back. Be around nature. Get the music on. What's that song? Let the music play. Get the music on. I was listening to it this afternoon. It was when I was coming back from the pub. The taxi driver, he's dead canny lad. I goes, oh, get that on, it's 90s, and he like turned it right up, and it was just Jimmy Nail singing. And I just, you know, it's nice to listen to music. It just uplifts you. And like I always say, and I've said this for a long time on my Twitch shows, if things get too bad, too much, just switch everything off. Go and watch something that you used to watch when you were younger. Do you know what I had on this afternoon in here? Adam was actually watching it and he enjoyed it. Can you remember Heart to Heart? I had that on and it was really nice. I think there was so much going on in the 80s, wasn't there? Like loads of like great TV shows, which we don't have now. We really don't. We had that on this afternoon and it was great with Stephanie Powers, yes. Max and the dog. We had the best music. Exactly, Debbie. That's where we need to get back to. Do you know what I mean? Charlie's Angels and all of that. Exactly. Do you remember like what was he used to say? It's the plane. Was it Fantasy Island and all of that? It's just nice just to sometimes have a drama day, you know what I mean, with your chocolate and watch stuff like that. And with the holiday time coming, we'll have all the crazy films on, you know, from the olden times and all of that. But it'll do you good. Love Boat. Oh, I used to like watching that. Makes you feel better. And then you don't feel so overwhelmed the next day. Sometimes just switch off, because I honestly feel that there's so much entrapments going on at the minute with what's happening, not to get sucked into it. Kojak. Remember Taxi? I used to like the music to Taxi. I used to like watching, what was it? Oh, God. Laverne and Shirley. Can you remember that? It was around about the same time I used to watch Happy Days and all that. Laverne and Shirley. Who used to? I mean, I'm showing me age now. I mean, even the funny sitcoms like Frasier and that. I mean, it's not the same, is it? It's just not the same from what it used to be like. Starsky and Hutch. God. But yeah, I think we just need to nurture ourselves. Don't let them win. Don't let these sociopaths, who are great actors, by the way, win. Don't let them win. And I just think that it helps you to heal. What I've been getting really into, right, and when I got diagnosed with breast cancer, which is now gone, by the way, right, and thank God, and I'm so grateful, but I got really into Little House on the Prairie, right? I've always liked it, but like all her books, she's written so many books, and I just wanted to get to know her, and I really would love to channel her, but being a psychic channeler, you can't actually pull these characters in. You've got to wait for them to come in. But Laura Ingalls obviously was a real person. She was somebody who wrote all the books, and they made the actual Little House on the Prairie into a real thing, you know what I mean? And I would love to actually have met Laura Ingalls. And of course you've got Michael Landon, you know, who's now in spirit. And I just love the whole thing, do you know what I mean? And I've got some of her books, and I was reading them when I was feeling really poorly, and I used to go to bed and feeling sorry for myself. And I don't know, I got lost in the whole thing. Like Laura Ingalls with her long dress on in the prairie, and I love it. I really, really love it. And even if you're just watching all of that, Highway to Heaven, yeah. But, and don't get me going on the Stargate Voyagers and all of that. I love all of the Bionic Woman and Jaws and all of that. But I love all the Star Trek stuff, you know what I mean? But I hope I've helped you guys. It's been a bit of a strange one tonight. You've got Nala. Of course, Nala's a right Star Trekker, because you like... Are you going to say good night? Now, don't be rude. Say good night. And the other one's sitting on the draining board, and she's got a pumpkin suit on, because I'm still trying to block her from scratching her neck, and she's dressed up as a pumpkin. sitting on the draining board. So they're hilarious, the cats. So take care, stay strong, and yeah, and I'll see you Sunday night. Can we see who? I'll see if I can turn it around. Give us 2 minutes. I've got a ladders as well. Wait a minute. Zizi, can you see her sitting on the draining board? Zizi, Zizi, she's sleeping on the draining board. I know it's not very hygienic, but she's comfortable. She's got a pumpkin suit on and she's sitting there. So Anyway. She's canny. I'll see you Sunday night, guys. I'm off to make a hot chocolate. Oh, she's fine. Well, I'm taking her to the vets in the morning. We'll go off back to the country vets because she gets light therapy. Has anybody heard of that? She gets like light therapy. It's a bit like med beds for cats. And it helps to heal her dermatitis. So she gets that. Good night, guys. Stay safe. And I'll see you on Sunday night. Merry meet and trick or treat. May the force be with you all. Good night now. Now, how do I get out of here? See you Sunday. World predictions Sunday night. Remember, that will be my last one